Welcome back. This is Chosenarchitect today, and we're going to be jumping back into some more all the mods 7 to the sky and getting a little busy. Yeah, that's what we're doing. So first things first on my to-do list, and that is going to be to jump in and try and catch every bee that is available to us via the nests. So at the moment, our bee collection over here, these are our new bees. These are our base bees. We only have these 4. And then over here are the bees that I have bred. Those are all from last episode. Now, the stuff that I plan on doing today is getting into the hives, which I've already crafted all of them, or sorry, the nests. I've already crafted all of the nests, even though the bamboo nest I don't think actually produces a bee. It doesn't say anything, so I'm assuming no bee. But yeah, I need to go through, and I'm assuming this is going to be like in the nether. This is going to be in the end. This one's going to also be in the end. This one's going to need to be in the nether. We've already done this one, which we know is in the nether. This will be in the nether. I'm assuming all of the other ones are going to be in the overworld. Going to be in the overworld. You know what? Ignore me. So for example, none of these can unfortunately be spawned in this dimension. But I digress. We are going to be popping in. I have got to get all of these bees. I've already listed them off onto the side on the ones that I need that are left in our list. And I'm assuming that we can start breeding most of the bees based upon this base list. Otherwise, I don't know how we would go about doing any of that. But right now, let's get started and let's get each one of these bees. First bee, the bumblebee. Apparently this is a bee that supposedly can be rode, but this thing is huge and is awesome looking. Now this might take a little while because I need the digger bee right here. This particular bee comes from this, but so does 3 other bees, or 2 other bees. So the chances of me actually getting the bee that I want should be what, 1 in 3? Let's hope that it's the first one that spawns out of here. Oh boy. And no, we got a chocolate bee. So I will just be killing these bees because I don't really think I'm going to need them. However, it is kind of expensive to make these honey treats. So each one of these honey treats wasted is them being wasted. Like this is another one that I don't need. Already have it. Boop. And it's gone. Oh boy. This, come on. Be the next one. And there we go. Perfect. That's the one I need. It's the digger bee. Now the jungle nest is going to be basically the same way. It's got 3 different bees that are going to be spawned. And this is one of them. This is the blue banded bee. Let's see. What else can we get out of here? That's another blue banded bee. We don't need you. It has the chance of spawning in a green carpenter bee and also a yellow carpenter bee out of this as well. And those are the 2 that I need. There is the yellow carpenter. It's so large. I love them. And then this, oh, is another yellow carpenter bee. Honestly, one of my favorite IRL bees. Like I love carpenter bees. Like they don't really, they're very curious bees. And so if you're in your backyard or whatever, they will tend to, I don't know, hover near you. And they're just curious, They're not going to sting you or anything. They just want to know what's up and then show you their boss. So believe it or not, this is a reed nest, and it says, yeah, we should be able to attract some bees with this as well. So I place that here. I'm assuming it's like a block still. Yes. And I can accelerate this. And then this right here is a reed bee. That's one of the bees that I need. This can also generate a mason bee, but I think what I'm going to do instead is, instead of using this to get the mason bee, we can use the stone. So nest, and I can use a stone nest to get the other bee that I need. Let's see. Let's make sure this is going to work. This should pop out a mason bee. It popped out a digger bee. Okay. Not the one I need. Let's continue. Mason bee. There it is. There's the mason bee. So we're almost through. We almost have literally every bee that we can get. So I have the reed bee, the digger bee. Where's the reed bee? Right here. The other ones are going to come from the other dimensions. I think slimy bee should be the one we should be able to get, and sweet bee are the ones that are next. Slimy bee is on its way. There we go. Slimy bee. That's actually a pretty easy one because I think it only has one location it can come out, or one bee type. The snowy nest is also, it should be pretty easy. I think it's only one bee, and that is the sweet bee. So sweet. So sweet. Now this is where we're going to be running into the lack of honey treats. I really hope we get the resin bee out of the spruce. I think this is the only one it comes out of. It's the spruce. And no, it's a yellow carpenter bee. So I need to kind of work towards getting this one. And the problem is honey. Honey is a problem. Yeah, it's we need more of it. Okay, I think getting into this is actually going to, this should be able to produce us some honey. So we have a centrifuge, and because I'm running into this honey problem, I should be able to get it from this. What an interesting recipe here. This one? Yeah, this one will work. Bam. And we can use any of it. This is like thermal and then mechanism. I mean, the thermal one's actually kind of cheaper, but we'll go with that. And I guess we can just throw regular honeycombs in, and I have to do that in the Twilight because where our setup's at. So I can go ahead and place that centrifuge right here, and I think I have combs. I have plenty of combs, so we can turn this into liquid, and then I think we need to hook this into a bottler. Aha, yes, a bottler that is going to go maybe next to it. Yes, and the honey can go from this into the bottler. That's kind of cool looking, by the way. It can go into the bottler, and we can get our bottles. And there we go. That'll be filling a lot quicker, and we can also accelerate this. There we go. And then manage to send the honey over. I guess this may be a random chance of getting a good amount of honey. But there's the bottles we need, because it takes 4 of these bottles to make the honey that we need. So I actually got the resin bee. There it is. Look at you. You're so adorable. All these bees are kind of cool looking. Now at this point, all the other bees are going to require different locations, and I'm going to need the nests for all of them in my inventory. So we have the magmatic bee, which I believe comes from the nether nest. We have the glowing bee, which is going to come from the glow nest. Soul bee, or the ghostly bee, coming from the soul nest. And then there's the end ones. Let's go ahead and try out the end, and we'll go to the end city. And let's see how easy these bees are to gather. I don't know if they require this specific area or not. Let's go ahead and try this one. So the nest can attract bees in this location. So perfect. So this is going to be a draconic bee. Go ahead and spawn this bad boy in. Draconic bee. Grab that. And that is the only bee of that type. Then we have the end bee. Trying to get all of these bees done. And there we go. That is the ender bee. And that is it for the nether. Or sorry, that is it for the end. Because now we have to focus on the nether. All of these should be pretty easy. I'm actually going to go ahead and get all of them working at once. And I'll go ahead and accelerate it. There is the magma bee. There is the ghost bee. And this should be the glowstone bee. And that is all of the base bees. So now that I have this all set up, I went ahead and closed everything off to make sure this is kind of bee safe. I still am worried about these corners. I think they'll probably end up being able to get through. Actually, let's do some glass. We can do some building on camera. I might as well just do this. Why don't I just, why haven't I done that? I should know better than that. I even covered up the roof, by the way, because I knew that they were going to possibly break through this roof here. So I have glass going up through the roof. Now, what am I going to be working on? Well, there is the draconic bee, and it's actually utilized later on for upgrades. And, well, I think I need to get that bad boy producing. Might end up needing more than one of them, kind of in a setup like this, because that is going to be, that's going to be the way we get this done. So let me go ahead and place this here, just like that. We have an advanced beehive. I need a dragon egg, my one dragon egg, and I'm going to place my dragon egg 2 blocks away right here. And what should happen is when I place down my bee, which is the draconic bee, it should want to work. So place down, it's going to do its thing. It's happy, everything is good, and it should go back in here and start to pollinate and all that good stuff. But it's going to generate a different type of comb, and that comb can then be thrown into a centrifuge and will grant me the dust and stuff that this thing is going to produce. That'll help me make some production upgrades for the future. This is the upgrade that I was looking for. This right here. This is the simulator upgrade. Bees will no longer physically exit a hive. A trip to its flower block will instead be simulated, making sure, basically I have to make sure I put the block in front of it, or a feeding slab in front of it, in front of the hive containing the required flower blocks. This is what I need. This is what I want to make. So this right here, along with, I mean, several other upgrades. Let's take a look at all the upgrades. So the production upgrade does require the draconic chunks. This just requires blaze and of course comb blocks. And these upgrade bases, of course, are kind of expensive in themselves. And there's also gives a 20% decrease in time spent in the hive. That's pretty handy. When installed, this one says the baby, when installed, the hive gives 5% chance for a new baby bee to be spawned from a hive every time honey is delivered. I wonder if that works if there's only one bee. That'd be interesting. And it says when installed, a catcher only, oh, I can set up like a catcher to catch baby bees. Because I did see there's a thing that actually catches bees. Let's see this right here. When installed, a catcher, only adult bees will be caught. When installed in a catcher, only adult bees will be caught. Interesting. This one changes the produced output of blocks instead of chips for lumber. Okay, that's for the lumber bee, I guess. Prevents bees living in the hive from teleporting. I wonder if that's something related to like I'm assuming that this would probably be something like an Enderman bee, something like that. Gives the machine more breathing space by increasing the operation area. This is a range upgrade for something. And then there's our filter. And then we have a Pokey Gin sampler. This is how we're going to get later game things. I believe there are some other bees that you can only get by doing gene sampling. So that's a thing. And then of course our simulator. So this is going to be the upgrade that I absolutely like. This and the productivity. So once we get this, we'll kind of have like contained machines, and this can be right up on it. And we can actually have these pretty close to one another. Now I don't really know what my bee is trying to do here. Notice how it's stuck. Like I said, I don't want them leaving the area. They need to go back into their hive. This is why we need that simulation, because bees are kind of dumb. Yeah, they'll die very quickly too, and I would really hate to lose one of these bees. So I went ahead and made the simulator upgrade because it's actually not too bad to make. I'm going to go ahead and get this back. So we have that back. And this is going to need to be placed directly in front. And then this goes somewhere. How do you put this? Will no longer. Do you right click it on the hive? Do I need the extension? Like the box? Yep, you 100% need the expansion box. Otherwise, you will not be able to see these. So there we go. Perfect. Put an empty bee cage. Pull, oh, okay. Pull empty bee cages. Pull out bees. Okay. So this is the slot for the bees. If I wanted to pull it out because they don't physically come out anymore, I could do that. That is kind of cool. So I'm hoping over time, can I simulate this by... No way that would work, right? I doubt it. Yeah. So I did some digging and I found out why my productions weren't working. Because you need these feeding slabs, and I don't know if it matters if the block... Actually, I'll do some testing. We'll do some testing right here. I don't know if the feeding slab has to be right here or can be, but let's test this out because I know it was working. So at the moment, I have some stuff that it's generating. Is it going to generate any more with it there? No, because this is a little confusing. It has to go one block below like this. And then you can put the item required inside like so. And I think you can put multiple items. And then now this will recognize, and notice when I accelerate it, it actually works. And I can actually accelerate this, including this over here, which is using a flower. So I have a cornflower in here, and this goes incredibly fast. Now it goes even faster because I was trying to get this to work. So I decided to go ahead and make these 20% decrease in the time spent in the hive. And when this is in here, these bees actually go pretty quick. These are basically like speed upgrades that are going on here. Later on, I want to put production speed upgrades, but this produces a lot of honey. Like, I won't have a honey problem anymore, simply because I can also accelerate this to make it go faster. So at this point, I should have enough materials to actually use the incubator, or the baby incubator. Let's take a look. Let's see. We need the productive bees comb. I should probably add this to my bookmarks here, because I'm going to need a few of those. And now that I know I can accelerate this, oh, this makes this so much easier. So all I got to do is put this in here. Of course, accelerate it as well, because we ain't got time to just sit here and wait. And this is now an adult. It was a baby, but it's now an adult. And this is going to make a world of difference, because we can actually use this to go through this list here. And start breeding, because eventually we want to be able to get to this stuff, right? Well, probably not the Allthemodium bee, as that's ridiculous, but I mean, at least getting vibranium and unobtainium and stuff would be really nice to have it coming from these bees. Now, it looks like we should probably get started in this said process. So right here, it says we need a glowing bee and a redstone bee, and apparently that is going to make, see, glowing and chocolate is going to make redstone. So we need a glowing bee and a chocolate mining bee, and that should make us a redstone bee. So let's grab out a chocolate mining bee and a glowstone bee. If I can find one in here. A glowing bee. And apparently if we put these two together, we should get a redstone bee. If I take a look at the egg that it requires for spawning, let's see, the actual bee maybe? Aha, there we go. So for some reason, when I clicked on the redstone bee, I must have been looking at a different redstone bee. Yes, I was clicking on the wrong redstone bee. It's an escape artist. Oh no. So the glowing bee in this, and just some regular flowers. So do I have corn, more cornflowers? I do. I wonder if roses also work. So I can put these two together, and there we go. Redstone bee. Two of those, and the breeding chamber will breed up. And there we go, right? Oh, wait, no. Oh, I didn't put the cage in there. Oh, no. There we go. Oh, at least it holds it for a moment. And there is our redstone bee. However, it is a child, so putting it in here will turn it into a full adult. Yes. To make a lapis bee is going to be a redstone bee and a blue banded bee. And yep, it's still just requiring flowers, which is awesome. That one's done. And now we have a lapis bee. We're slowly but surely getting there, because I'm following along on this quest. Now, it's not going to complete the quest because it requires the combs, but I'm making each bee along the way. And what we really need is to get to this point, right? So all I got to do is make my way. I got to make a diamond bee, which is going to be an ender and a lapis. Let's see. And ender bee is its own thing. And then we're going to go right here, which is going to be, it says feed diamond bee a block of netherite. Now that one is going to be interesting. And we're going to see how this one works. So I went ahead and made 2 diamond bees because I think one of the diamond bees I'm going to have to feed netherite to. From what it kind of looked like a block of netherite. Do I have enough to make a block of netherite? I do not, but I do have netherite over here. And that should be enough. Let's grab 9 of those. And I have to feed it a block of netherite. It's what it shows. And so this should get me an ancient bee. And we are getting pretty close. If this is actually what the case is. This is how tiny this bee is. Oh, it does. It turned into an ancient bee. That is awesome. So we technically have all of the bees lined up here in order to make a vibranium bee. Vibranium. Interesting. And then all the modium. So can we make all the modium to get the aluminium bee, breed a withered bee with an ancient bee? So we are going to need to run through here and do this. Place some empty advanced beehives in a unlit area. The bee will move in over time. Bees will move in over time if they're placed in an unlit area? Spooky bees? Okay, I can place some advanced beehives. I mean, this one's gonna probably take a while. Now I probably need to do this in the overworld instead of in this dimension. So now I know this is a dark area. So is this going to work? So I'm just gonna go ahead and place just a plain Jane advanced hive in here with this on top, because I know mobs spawn in here. I don't know if that's necessarily the requirement, but this will be a dark room. And let's do glass, dark glass, tinted glass, and that'll be completely dark. Now, apparently spookies should just go in there, and eventually we'll have spooky bees. That's how it's supposed to. That's what it says. I heard it. It made a popping noise, and it just spawned. So I got it right here. I left this in the room. I don't know which one it spawned on, so I don't know if you need the expansion box on top of it or not, but either way it worked. So the last thing I need to do is spawn in a wither and have it kill mobs. Now I only need 1 wither rose because I have to feed that skeleton a wither rose. So to do this, I don't think there's any other way to get a wither rose other than killing a wither. But it should be pretty easy. I need obsidian, and we are going to set up an area underneath the portal, and I should be able to kill it pretty quick. The problem is I'm going to need some mobs. So how about some eggs? We'll grab some eggs here. Actually, no, we can't use eggs because they'll be small. I need like maybe the quantum catcher, and I can just grab a cow. I think maybe just a single mob should be fine. It should kill it, right? If not, I'll make some poison just to make sure that it gets the health down, because I need it to kill this mob on its initial blast. So moment of truth, just to get a single, just one wither rose. That's all I need. So I have my splash potion of poison. I have my cow. Let's go ahead and get this place down. This is how you kind of trap them. I'm pretty sure this will still work. The cow, well, it needs to go down here somewhere. Let's see, we can place it right here. Let's throw down some splash potions of poison. It's going to hit me, but of course, it's going to hit the cow. We got to get this cow down to half a heart. And then I can spawn this bad boy in. And half a heart. Okay, perfect. Let's do this. Oh boy. Cow, I am so sorry. Let's activate our magnet. Let's make sure we pick up the item. And yes, and we got a wither rose. Yes, it worked. Nice. And then, of course, to just destroy the wither. There we go. We killed the wither incredibly fast. Ah, perfect. Now, let's get ourselves a wither bee. Now, the reason I only needed one is because it has EMC. Thank goodness. Now, I only need one for this. And it's going to be the same thing. I believe we just feed it to the skeleton bee. And things are going to be well with the world. So our skeletal bee, I need another cage. And then we should be good. So I'll put these items in my hand. Here we go. And there we go. It is transformed. And we have the bees now that we need. Now to get an Allthemodium bee, all we have to do is literally just breed these two bees together. This is the withered bee and the ancient bee that we just made. And yes, this is the generation of the Allthemodium bee, which is now in my possession. Now, to go even further than this, apparently we need to make a vibranium, which is an ancient and draconic, and then that's as simple as that too. Like just combining these together and we'll actually have all of these pieces. However, the only one that I'm really worried about, because unobtainium is not used for a whole lot, is the vibranium and Allthemodium, because that is used for a lot of the Project E stuff. So those are the two that I definitely want. However, I am going to make them all. So to get the vibranium, draconic bee, and ancient bee, simple as that. Super, super simple. We just got to make sure they're actually going to breed. What, do they need to be moved? It does show the bee. Is this just not what they need to do the thing? I'm gonna have to check this out. Oh, that's right, because it requires that draconic dust. Oh, that's actually really easy because we have been farming this. So let's take this over here, drop it in. Let's accelerate this a little bit. And as you can see, we have the dust. So this is going to take 2 dust on this and then a flower. Look at that. And that's how that one's made. So yeah, it did require a little bit of extra knowledge there. And by the way, we can continue to make these. Now, I believe it's these 2 bees together to get an unobtainium bee. And I don't know if that looks any different. Let's see what the required items are for this. 4 of each. So we need vibranium and unobtainium. I don't know if I have the vibranium. I guess I do. Vibranium and unobtainium. And there we go. I mean, I think we're good after this. We just need to get these 2 bees together. Let's see. Just making sure this is the right thing. So we need a vibranium bee and Allthemodium. Allthemodium is going to get vibranium. Vibranium is going to get unobtainium. Okay. So let's move these 2 away. Allthemodium bee will get vibranium. And then vibranium will get unobtainium. And there we go. We're making the unobtainium bee. This has been fun. Definitely has been fun. And we are now gathering all of the bees that we need. Look at that. Go ahead and accelerate that real quick. Couldn't have done it without the acceleration, man. This would have taken so long without the acceleration. And there we go. The unobtainium bee, the vibranium bee, and the Allthemodium bee. Just like that. Perfect. And that's basically everything in a nutshell. Now that we have these, all we gotta do is get areas set up like this and just have them start producing combs. And of course we can produce more and more as time goes on. But that's basically it. Now the other bees, these down here, these can generate and can generate different items and stuff and can do different things. These all take different steps in order to get, which will be a little bit more advanced. But the main thing I wanted to do was definitely get through this list right here. Well, guys, with all of that done, I think I can be happy. Ah, yes, I can be much better now that we've gotten this all done. But of course, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed. Comment, by the way, down below which bee is your favorite out of all the bees that are in here, because there's some pretty cool bees. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, there is one more bee. This one is by far my favorite. Hop on it, and we are going for a ride. Look at this. We can literally fly around. Yes. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Of course, guys, it's time to give the sponsor of today's video a nice little shout out. And that huge thanks and shout out is going to go to, is it Timo? I think it's supposed to be Timo or Timo. 2772. Thank you so much for your amazing support, by the way, over on the Discord, becoming a Discord premium member. And of course, guys, I hope that you might consider becoming a Discord premium member. All you gotta do that is go to discord.gg/Chosenarchitect and join the amazing community of over 25,000 members over there, which I'd absolutely love for you to join. I hang out in the voice channels all the time, so be sure to check that out. And of course, guys, I will see you in the next one. And as always, thanks for watching.